Hi, we are from Group 6 and our research topic is Consumer Protection in Electronic Banking. My name is Amreshwari Murugan and my metric number is 264563. I am going to explain about my part, which is Introduction. Electronic banking is a modern industry that helps users to connect with their banking accounts over the internet from almost everywhere in the world. Financial Service Act 2013 identified electronic banking as electronic terminal, which is referred to an electronic device operated behalf of an authorized person or registered entity from which a person can facilitate on electronic transfer of funds, including a point of sale terminal, an automated teller machine, and or cash or check deposit machine. In 2007, an article by Abu Zabir refers electronic banking as electronic fund transfer, which the transfer of funds instantly through one account to another account instead of by cash or check. Whereas in 2002, first defined electronic banking as e-banking, which is the use of the internet as a tool giving help to the distribution of banking services in his article. Next, I'm going to tell about the scope of research. The research examines risks that a customer is likely to face in electronic banking and legal protection of customers in electronic banking. Secondly, it examines details about challenges posed by information and communication technology (ICT) on the law and practice in regulation of electronic banking. Finally, our paper will give some recommendation and conclude with some final thoughts. Thank you. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Rasmiati Miti Saidin, metric number 256403. So I will present about the relevant laws in Malaysia related to the consumer protection in electronic banking. Malaysia has many pieces of regulation widely referred to as a cyber law in order to provide for better regulation of e-commerce. So one of it is Digital Signature Act 1997. This act was brought into existence because there was a massive rise in the number of transactions carried out via the internet. Suspicious and the risk of fraud while performing online transactions were effectively covered under this act. Next is Computer Crime Act 1997. This act created to ensure that computer abuse is a legally punishable offence. This act also provides a mechanism that describes concepts such as proper unauthorized entry, interception, and computer use that are really important. It also outlines the requirement for suppliers of services and outlines possible punishment for violation. Next is Copyright Amendment Act 1997. This is the third change to the Copyright Act in 1987. This statute was enacted because copyright helps to prohibit unauthorized copying and modification or both of the emotion of ideas and thought. For works involving multimedia display, this act aims to guarantee full copyright protection. In addition, the Communication and Multimedia Act 1998 seeks to control and direct the converging industries of multimedia and communication. This act lays down a few of the main areas of regulatory action, which are namely economic, technological, consumer protection, and social security. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Abdul Razif bin Abdul Halim. Number metric is 267837. Now I will present my part, which is consumer protection under e-banking laws. First is Digital Signature Act 1997. The digital signature is formed from the pairing of two keys, public keys, private keys, by obtaining a digital certificate from a licensed certification authority, which prior to obtain LCA. The LCA will verify the identity of the applicant, and this is particularly important in circumstances where two parties are unknown to each other. And the LCA is responsible for confirming the identity of the signer who owns the digital certificate. And pursuant to the DCA, a digital signature will be validly provided. First, it is verified by a public key listed in a valid certificate. And second, the signer must have intended to attach the digital signature. And the third is recipient has no knowledge or notice that the signer has breached his duty as a holder of the certificate or is not the rightful person to attach the digital signature. Where the recipient has doubts as to the legitimacy of the signer, the recipient must promptly notify the signer of their decision not to rely on the signature and the reason behind this decision. Second is Electronic Commerce Act 2006. The ECA recognized that in the formation of a contract, the communication of proposal acceptance or proposal and revocation of proposal may be expressed in an electronic message. And ECA also recognized that electronic signatures may be used to form a valid contract. ECA defined an electronic signature as any letter, character, number, sound, or any other symbol or any combination thereof created in an electronic form adopted by a person as a signature. And ECA provides that a document in the form of an electronic message will be validly executed if it bears an electronic signature, which is associated with the electronic message, which adequately identify and demonstrate the intention of the signer approval and is as reliable as is appropriate for the purpose the signature is required for. And last Computer Crime Act 1997, which prohibited relating the unauthorization, which under Section 3, Act committed with intent to secure unauthorized access to programs or data stored in any computer. And next, Section 4 Act committed with intent to secure unauthorized access to programs or data stored in any computer in order to commit an offense involving fraud or dishonesty. And Section 5 Act committed with the knowledge that the Act will cause an unauthorized modification of the content of any computer. Section 6 wrongful communication of any password, code, or means of access to a computer to any person who is not authorized to receive the same. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nurizan Kamilia binti Abdul Khalid, matrix number 261418. I will continue the presentation with case study analysis. The first case study is consumer protection online banking scams by email in Malaysia. As technology increasingly advanced, banks are competing each other by introducing banking service that could easily accessible. When consumers think about banking ease, online banking is what jumps to mind. Sadly, scammers are growing progressively and contributed to the emergence of scams victimizing online banking users. Thus, the objective of the case study are to identify cyber scams by email in online banking business and to examine consumer protection of online banking scams in Malaysia. The case study recognized that cyber scams activities by email in online banking business are email scams, typo squatting, and phishing scams. Scams start with the method of sending email spam to users. The purpose of sending the email is to trap the users by unveiling their online banking login details. Often, when this scenario occurs, the target could not recover for all the damage. Hence, consumer protection for online banking in Malaysia is still imperfect. So there is a need to explore the use of biometric technologies to help instantly authenticate an individual's identity. In the area of digital technologies, the Consumer Protection Act 1999 should consider the use of biometric technology. Next is e-banking and consumer protection. E-banking is the use of technology that enables consumers to access banking facilities electronically. The objectives of the case study were to learn about the extent, awareness, and the usage of e-banking service by customers in the study area. 100 respondents participate in the survey to examine customer satisfaction towards e-banking protection and service in public private sector banks. The study identifies that e-banking faces a variety of different risks compared to conventional banking. The security is an important area of risk that a bank should aware of. Records containing sensitive information must be properly protected. E-banking has become a crucial endurance tool besides radically transforming the banking industry globally. Banks need to update and continually think of new creative personalized package and service to stay competitive. That's all for me. Thank you.
My name is Lavanya.Simon, 265097. I will present for recommendation part. So, as you know, the topic that we've taken is consumer protection in electronic banking. So, as recommendation, I will suggest is privacy and security. The person in charge or responsible in dealing with the customer's information, data, or anything regarding this legal stuff, they need to be ensure that their actions regarding the collections and use of this information need to be protected to ensure that it's not leaked out. Secondly, I will suggest that develop the skills of consumer protection agency and other related authorities. This is because to ensure the authorities are professional in dealing with customers' information, data, because this is really important, and this is to earn the customers' trust. Thirdly is payment protection. Payment protection is very important. Every time when it comes to the online banking transaction, it needs to be protected to avoid the scammers or anything that could spoil this online transaction. For example, nowadays we use the OTP as one-time password to ensure every time when there's online transaction, there is a OTP to required to ensure the payment protection. Lastly is develop tools and strategies for ensuring security in e-banking services. This can be said as multi-layer security infrastructure, including firewalls, routers, encryption, and digital certification that guarantee secure in e-banking services. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Ramya Tamilchelvan. My matric number is 264268. Today I am going to end this presentation by explaining the conclusion. Electronic banking is a survival weapon which made people's life much easier today. With a click of the mouse, customers can enjoy or use the banking service of a bank within few minutes at the much lower cost. Although electronic banking has provided so many benefits for customers, there are some risks, mainly security issues. Banks have tried and still trying their level best by offering the best security option to the customers, but then there is a lot of factors which disappointed the customers from using the internet banking. The customers must be more careful when using electronic banking, and they have to realize that today available authentication tools have the same disadvantage, not only electronic banking. To conclude, electronic banking is a modern and innovative tool that has become a necessity. Banks need to upgrade the customized package and service to remain profitable in the competitive marketplace. the introduction of electronic banking, a setup and information age of the banking service. Thus, electronic banking has become a game plan for the banks to remain profitable. That's all from us. Thank you.